Hey family, I don't really know how to take this comment if this guy is if he feels like I'm pumping up Jordan too much and not Bron. He's a Bron fan, I'm assuming, because he got Bron in his name, Swagger Bron. But he said, good. Can you also do videos of MJ flopping and getting two-pieced by Danny Ferry? Good content, by the way. I appreciate him. I appreciate you, man. You apparently, you good guy. You're not trolling. You just, you speaking up for, who you are a fan of. And I ain't got no problem with that. I'm not one of those people that's going to hate on people that are, pushing for one player over the other. Not at all, especially when it's Jordan, Bron, Kobe, Bird, Magic, Kareem. Those right there, to me, for me, they can be not Jordan, not Jordan. Jordan, he on a planet by himself, and I think that's what a lot of Bron fans, struggle with, because I was one of those people that I struggled with that. So, but yeah, we're going to oblige him. Don't threaten me with a good time now, Swagger Bron. Don't threaten me with a good time. So I don't know where you're coming from with this, but we're gonna play this. We're gonna talk about it. The thing is, I am old school, so I remember. So I already in my head know what my commentary gonna be. I already know how I feel about this situation. So, but yeah, we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's up with it. B-Ball Vault. Make sure you subscribe. Game 4.
Bulls have missed their last 5. Field goal attempt, 5 violation. And words between Williams, Scott Williams, and John Hot Rod Williams. Well, perhaps a foul was called on the inbounds attempt. Let's see.
Let's see it.
On the out-of-bounds play, if the foul is against, there's the action right there between Ferry and Jordan.
So we got a little altercation on the court. See, that's how we had it back then when the ratings was up. We didn't have social media, none of that. But the ratings was better than what they are today. That part. But we got Danny Ferry. Now, let's understand what's going on here. Let's not pretend like we don't know what's going on here. This is 1992. I think it's Eastern Conference Finals, but it's definitely the Eastern Conference playoffs. Somewhere up in there. Jordan trying to get to the finals, right? Cleveland want to get to the finals. So you have Mr. Ferry, I think he was a power forward, something like that, who didn't really amount to really much in the NBA. I did a little research before I started this video. I'm honest. I'm an honest person. So, yeah, I did cheat slightly because I don't remember what this guy did. He was out of... and when I looked at his stats, I realized why I didn't remember. He averaged a career 7 points a game, 2.8 rebounds per game. That was his career average in 13 seasons. So, think about it. Your team... You want to get to the finals. You want to advance in the playoffs. Like I said, I don't remember if this was Eastern Conference Finals or if this was just the playoffs. But either way, you know it's already known in the league that you got to go through this guy right here. So what do? We have this man that's on our roster that, he's a role player. He just coming in, getting minutes. Holding it down until our starters can get back out there. So we tell him to go get under Jordan's skin. You see how Jordan got that? Hey, he almost had him. If Jordan had hit this man, he would have been the one ejected from the game. So he restrained himself. He didn't hit him. And so Ferry ends up getting ejected. I should have just let it keep playing. But I remember this. Jordan stayed in the game. Bulls lost this game. But we're going to carry on. And I'm going to give a little more commentary after the video. This time I'm going to wait till after the video.
And that could be an ejection of Danny Ferry for throwing the punches.
And that apparently is what the call was. Not a 5-second violation, but Ferry has been ejected.
And it's a good call. It's the right call by the officials. There's no question that Ferry initiated it, threw the punches. Even though Jordan started to walk back or come back towards him, it was Ferry that threw the punches. The officials got it.
Jordan doing the technical. Ferry would come on and play well defensively off this sequence, getting involved with Jordan, flailing out at Jordan, has been ejected.
What?
And Jordan had the right hand cuff ready to go.
Yeah, but smart enough to hold back the punch. Michael Jordan understands what it's about, trying to get back to the NBA Finals. He doesn't help in any way by getting himself thrown out of the basketball game.
Look at that. Look. He knew a time what that white turn. You see him trying to backpedal. He trying to get away. Look. Ooh, let me run.
Michael Jordan receives the pass from Scottie Pippen along the baseline and has a decision to make. Do I go up and try and lay it up or try and dunk it?
Game 5.
That a little too comfortable.
Where you going, Ferry?
Stacey King with a flagrant no question about.
Look at him. So they just returned the favor. They sent they scrub, their role player, and their Ferry eating hardwood.
The intent, and Steve Kerr with some words for King. Look out, Ferry wants to get a piece of it. The ball's off the bench. The Cavaliers also involved. A little payback for Stacey King. No question about the intent. With King clobbering Ferry. That's a flagrant. That also means ejection for Stacey King.
Good job, King.
King, just a little retaliation playback, as you mentioned. And now a little dip into the pocketbook for Stacey King. Treatment will be fine by the NBA office.
That's a flagrant.
Yo, what? Jordan to pay that fine. Jordan gonna take care of that fine for him.
Also means ejection for Stacey King. Very safe time of the game to do it with a minute 2 remaining.
There's an A and a B to that flagrant foul rule. The A, 2 free throws, the ball out of bounds, not necessarily an ejection. This one, with the official field, there's intent to unnecessary roughness taking place. The ejection, 2 free throws in the ball, back out of bounds again.
He ate that hardwood, didn't he? He ain't worried. Look at him. He walking off. Mission accomplished.
King, in his third year out of the University of Oklahoma, being led by the security force here at Chicago Stadium, back to the Bulls locker room. And here's the applause from the crowd.
Stacy. Jordan probably about
The
to.
flagrant foul is called, and Danny Ferry, appropriately enough, will go to the line to shoot the technical.
They booing him. Jordan probably bought that man a car.
Ferry with the breakaway, fast break opportunity. King taking him down right there, and that a retaliation for game 4 when Ferry threw the punch at Michael Jordan.
Shout out to Steve Kerr. All right, don't forget to subscribe to B-Ball Vault. We appreciate it, Swagger Brun. We do. I love good content. Now, in terms of Jordan flopping, I'm pretty sure there's some compilations out there. Here's my differences in Jordan and LeBron flopping. That's all you hear about. You hear it and you see it a lot. But, you know, when I plugged into Google search, because I did this for you, and one other person asked me that question, that he asked me to do research on how often does LeBron flop versus other players, as if he feels like, you know, it's not a fair assessment. People just magnify LeBron's flops because they hate him. So I Googled it to see, you know, current NBA players that flop. And, you know, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Marcus Smart, which That was a shocker for me. LeBron James was in there. He was 2 or 3 on most of the list that I saw LeBron was. I did see Trae Young, but he was like, most people was ranking him like 8. Dylan Brooks was in there. But here's the problem. None of those other players that I named are proclaiming to be the GOAT that have crowned themselves. So they, once you do that, you shouldn't need flopping. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. That's the piece that I'm judging it on. When you say you're the GOAT, you shouldn't need flopping. This shouldn't be a part of your game. Maybe every now and then when you feel the contact and you know you're about to get a shot off and you feel some good legit contact. Okay, I ain't got no problem with that. My problem is when you doing it when there's nobody around you. Nobody touched you. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.